Mission 5, Land Cruise. First, get the train ready, then commence boarding and prepare for the final run of the day. So, hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dovetail Games Train Sim World. So, yeah, back on the West Somerset Railway again, and should be quite an interesting journey today. And also, apologies for this video being a little bit later than it should have been, as I did that live stream on Sunday, and so I thought I'd maybe space out my train sim stuff a little bit more. So, yeah, we've got a train ready to go, and then we shall get going. So, train go to forward, light set on, objective complete. Set brakes to initial application. One more. There we go. And then open the doors I believe they wanted. There you go, unlock doors on the right hand side. And yeah, so let the passengers load. So, like I said, I do apologise for this video being a little bit later than it should have been. Double check the audio quickly. Yeah, it's plenty. But overall, it's not been too bad a couple of days. And actually as well, bear in mind this video is late, it also gave Dovetail Games enough time to actually announce their new routes that it's going to put down the line. It's a German one again. It's the something Ruhr line, which we'll check and get the name up for it. So it's another German one, the Ruhr-Sieg Railway. There'll be two trains in it, the DBBR 185, which is a freight train, and then we'll also get the passenger DBBR 143, which should be quite an interesting one to drive, that one being a very old train. So head back into the cab and wait. Okay, lock doors, and yeah, we'll be on our way. So 75 minutes this one. Be a fairly long journey. What can I do? Use the brakes, apply power to get moving. And there we go. 1.6 miles to Dunster, so this will be a stopping service. We're a bit too fast already, just cut the throttle up. Instead, 12 miles per hour as we cruise out station, also over the signal post. So, and yeah, during the journey, so a few things to talk about, including small update to my channel. One thing I will do as well, actually it's not a very small update, it's a massive update from my channel. And yeah, talk about the new routes as well coming out for Train Sim World. So, crossing over the points now. No cars here, so there's no real point actually whistling for it, but do it nevertheless. And then once the speed limit goes up, I can then start bringing things down. So, once the back train reaches the point, we can then head out. There we go. Cool. Increase the throttle, and let's go. So, the new train on Train Sim World's new route. So, the Ruhr-Sieg Railway, going between the two cities of Hagen to Finnentrop. And yeah, a little bit of history to this one. And also the distance of it as well. It's a massive route. something like 61 kilometres, I believe it was mentioned in the Twitter post. But no, finally, one thing I've commented in the past was that the routes in Dovetail Games Trains World always felt a bit too short. I mean, other than that one Default C6 Heavy Haul one, which was blimming too massive for what it was, the maps have always been a bit too short in my opinion, so it's nice to get the new routes with some decent journey to it, and of course get the 2 new trains with it. So as mentioned before, it will be the DBBR 185.2, an electric locomotive, pantograph systems, basic freight train basically in Germany. And then you've got the passenger train, the DBBR 143, which is a slightly older, or much older train. And I'm not gonna lie, that's the train I'm more excited to drive, because for me, my all-time, well, my favourite, I don't know if it'd be an all-time favourite, if it's just like my favourite old-style European electric train, but basically a train I've always had a liking to is the Polish EU-07, which is a really old electric locomotive. The Polish built based off some old English class, things like 31, something, I think maybe even a class 27, but something very old, very British. And the Poles built a train based on that. And so this new German one, the 145, it looks ever so similar to it. Like, I'm excited for it, and for some reason I'm more like attracted to that train rather than like the main flagship one, as the route's going to have. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely keeping an eye out for. And fingers crossed, if they do it right, then it hopefully will be a popular route. I mean, it's one of those where I don't think many people are really like asking for it, but if the scenery's great, it looks good and it feels good, the journey, the route length being as long as it is, hopefully will attract a few new people to it. It's cool. So arriving in Dunster a few minutes early, shan't be too much of an issue for me. Nice and slowly, and then we'll apply the whoops, going a bit too fast now over the points, I just realised that. Right, so go in, brakes released, that should mean the train is slow enough to very slowly cruise its way through the rest of the station. In fact, with a bit of frosting just to keep the train going. There we go. Man, really isn't a fast approaching. I have to put some frosting in as well, just so the train doesn't actually come to a standstill while I'm slowly driving. There we go. Much better. Almost there. Almost there. And yeah, should have brakes in now. Stop a little bit early, but hey, at least we're gonna make it. Full service. Unlock the right hand side. Cool. Alright, passengers get loaded as they do. That shouldn't take too long here. So I don't know which stops we're stopping and stopping at, but don't think it'll be every single stop. I think we may miss a few. For example, the halts near the beach. Right, so passengers almost done. Close the door, get back in, and lock right. Oh wait, till 23. Okay, I've got a few more seconds to wait. But yeah, for example, the scenery with the new route is one that I'm definitely quite excited for. The actual valley itself looks quite interesting. And so historically, there's like a bit of a backlash to where the train line was built. And then I remember it was like, Dovetail Games, they put a bit of history into it, so hang on. Alright, let's lock the doors in 10 seconds. doors. And let's get going. Pretty easy, just to talk while I'm in the move. Brakes release. And let's go 1.8 miles to Blue Anchor. Comes off. And on we go. Right, so yeah, basically, historically, the route was built through like one town. So it used to be like a horse-drawn track, and just conflicts between the people and the line designers. It took them about 50 years in the 1800s to actually build like a solid line through the valley they went through. So yeah, it's quite a bit of history to that one. It's a route I'm definitely going to be quite happy to explore once I do have it, but for now, the West Somerset Railway. A few things at the same time, including sorting out my travel plans for Finland. I do apologise. So yeah, once I do get the new route, I'll talk about more of that. But in this case, stuck with the West Somerset Railway, which again, surprisingly has been a very popular route. Everyone expects it to flop. Everyone thought it would do terrible. But no, it genuinely has been a surprise to how well it has run. That's why I'm going to play this one a lot in my free time. I mean, these trains, well, maybe not my go-to for these British Rail sort of stuff. And the 47, this one, it's just surprisingly so good. I love it. So there's, I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's quite sad that this only got, whoops, okay, good screenshot for the thumbnail. It's quite a shame that we only have 6 missions that I'm going to do in this series, not like the initial CSS Heavy, which had like I think it was like 9-10 missions in total. I mean, all the others had like 5 missions: the Great Western Railway, the Rapid Transit, and New York. But actually no, I think New York had a few more than that. But yeah, either way, like those 2 routes especially were fairly short. We weren't getting too much out of it, so fair enough, missions would be limited. Although I do quite like the first one as well in Great Western, where you had 3 different options for 3 extra routes. That's how you do a mission right, Dovetail Games. Thank you very much. But no, in this case, it'll be sad to leave the West Somerset Railway, and I'm sure it's one that I will play again in the future in live stream. I mean, earlier in the week, on Sunday, like I said, I did the live stream on different train simulators. A few people did join in for that one, and yeah, I also did my real life video on the East Coast Main Line / LNER, which is going up to my main update, which is I am completely changing the way my channel does videos. So as you guys know, I had the schedule. Monday Train Sim Worlds, Tuesday was Euro Trucks, Wednesday FSX, Thursday OMSI, Friday nothing, Saturday Railway Empire, Sunday Airport CEO. But basically, in that, when I'm doing it like that, not for whatever reason, because there's obviously a reason behind it. I am stopping at Blue Anchor, fair enough. Yeah, there's like, those videos never got that many views. Compared to my stuff like the comparison Flight Simulator videos, my real life vlog videos, and well, my train sim ones as well, I do quite like as well. But some of my other videos, like my more informative rather than gamey videos, genuinely got a lot more views. So I thought, if those are the videos that you guys prefer to watch, then yes, I will do the odd like gaming video, and I will do my like live streams on Flight Simulator and whatnot, because that's what I enjoy doing. For me, those other videos were the ones that I very much enjoyed. Also, whilst I'm here, let me show you a small little thing I discovered on this, which is the water's actually slightly below the horizon. See, there's a little gap in the horizon over there. But yes, like, if you guys prefer my more informative videos while doing a few gaming ones on the side, then that is something I'm basically more than happy to do, more than happy to facilitate, because it means I can put a lot more effort into those videos and actually get like the high quality editing content that I kind of out of that. And yeah, for the most part, I personally kind of prefer the videos too. Actually going out there, seeing like the real world trains, doing some of these videos as well. If we both prefer it, then what am I doing wasting my time on these like daily videos kind of stuff? I mean, fair enough, it means my videos will no longer be daily, but I will try and push maybe 2-3 videos a week. Some weeks I am busy. Do remember I do have a job that I have to keep at the same time, social media manager at a company called Dio. Feel free to Google them. Yeah, it's a case of I now don't have to stress myself reading so many videos of, let's be honest, not the best quality in the world. Some of my content can be a little dry. So I'm kind of glad, like, fair enough, let's give it a try. If you guys hate it, then fair enough, I will go back to previous videos. I won't mind so much. But if this new sort of stuff is what you prefer, then let's give it a try. Let's see how far we can go in the future of Drawyah with it. You never know, it might even means I get like more subscribers, bigger channel in the future, and put a lot more behind it as well. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the richest person in the world, and I don't have the most time in the world either. My job can be fairly long hours because we are a startup app company, but it's a case of I enjoy working there. I do have to prioritise both things, so yeah, very time limited, but again, let's give it a try. Give it a month or so. I mean, when I'm in Finland, I do have to take both the Finnish metro and the Finnish intercity train. So 2 videos on that already. Plus I'll do the flights as well. I mean, I've got plenty of content for the real life stuff upcoming. And then as for gaming stuff, I mean, as always, I'll do the videos where I do like recreate the flights in real life. Although this one I will be honest, I had to cheat a little bit. That I'll talk about as well later on. But yeah, for the most part, I won't completely scrap gaming. I'm now going to do like a 50-50 mix of games and real life. I mean, game stuff, I mean, you get Train Sim Awards as always on the... I'll try and do Monday. Like I said, this week I just delayed it because I just didn't want to get too much Train Sim Award at once. So, trains, you get as normal. Unfortunately, Flight Sim Award's gone, so that one I need to find a replacement for, maybe X-Plane. But something like Euro Trucks, unfortunately, that's way too many people doing it, not enough kind of views behind it, so that one I'm scrapping. OMSI, I'm a little 50-50 with OMSI. I mean, it's a video series I enjoyed, but you have your good weeks, you have your bad weeks. Some weeks I get plenty of viewers, others barely, like 20 kind of thing. I mean, compared to getting some of my vlogs, 2,000 views I'm over on my NNER video, which again has got plenty of mistakes in it, and I actually do plan to redo that video because I completely botched the research on that one. I take full responsibility for it. But yeah, it's a real case of what am I doing and how am I doing it. Proper strategy on there. Also, if you're interested as well, throw it in there. Check me out on social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Especially Twitter, I'm starting to get more into that. Basically, that's where all the people like are going to be when it comes to like seeing what I'm doing. If you're on Instagram, you'll get to see like a few sneak previews of like some of the real life stuff I'm doing. And just for the most part, there's a lot more that you can get out of that. So yeah, proper channel restructure. Hopefully this one's for the better, and it means that I can see some proper growth in the future. And that is something I will also lead on to another thing as well, because if I'm doing more real life videos, catching like the trains more and that kind of stuff, I need a bit more funding for that one as well. I mean, yes, I'm using the channel ads income, which is something that just about covers like the very basic travels, that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm no Jeff Marshall who basically gets people to pay him for everything, for his like teas, coffee stuff. I mean, Jeff Marshall channel that I personally look up to. I mean, Jeff, I enjoy his content. I've met him in real life. He can be interesting to talk to. But, yeah, it's like... It's a case of... I don't have, like, that massive... what's it called? Patreon, is it? Yeah, Patreon backing, that kind of stuff. And if I need to, and if you guys are interested as well, something maybe looking into in the future. But again, that is something for the long term as opposed to short term. For the short term right now, it's a case of building up a channel, putting my own money into it kind of thing, and in the long run, I'll maybe look into kind of like returns. But at the end of the day, like I say, 100% of the money goes into the channel, or at least you guys like earn through ads, that kind of stuff. 100% of the money that the channel earns goes back into the channel, no questions asked. I don't think I've had to touch any YouTube money for my like personal life just yet, and I'm hoping to keep it that way. Because at the end of the day, you guys watch the content for the content kind of thing, and as long as you enjoy it, then yeah, I'm more than happy to do it because I enjoy making it. It's the only reason I do YouTube. I enjoy it. At the end of the day, YouTube is not a get-rich-quick kind of scheme. For those of you thinking about doing a channel just because it earns a lot of money, it really doesn't. Especially since they had the 4K, 1K rule as well, which means you now have to have 4,000 view hours and 1,000 subscribers within a year in order for your channel to actually gain any ads. Sorry, to be reviewed to gain any ads. So, yeah, if you're doing YouTube, do it because you enjoy it, not because it's a get-rich-quick kind of scheme. I mean, at the end of the day, my life, my job is still #1 priority. I've got to get through it first. YouTube's very much like a second thing, but it's very much a hobby as well, so that's why I'm not giving up on anything anytime soon. I do apologise for turning into a bit of a rant as well, if I've gone completely off topic, but yeah, it's something worth talking about at the end of the day, as you guys are very much relevant to my channel and the content that goes into it. Likewise, if you have any suggestions as well, please put them down below. Any ideas you have, any ways you can make the site, find any like ways to boost the channel, please let me know. I am more than happy to take it all into account. So now I think we can actually get back into train simulators. And that was way too much of a rant. Station is Washford in 0.7 miles. That we can get on to the rest of our journey. And again, get back on topic of the West Somerset Railway, which again is one more week off. So next week, again on Monday, I hope, actually yeah, I'll probably do it over the weekend or something, just upload it. But yeah, one last video on the West Somerset Railway after this one. And then probably be like a 2-3 week wait until we get onto the new one in Germany. And fingers crossed, the German one should be quite good. Unfortunately, since we're in the 47 stage in this journey, acceleration is no way so much of an issue. You know, you can just get up to speed, no problem. Also do need stations. Now, the bridge is just there. This is the second one that goes into the station. I remember because last time I was doing this bit of route, I got a little bit, not mistake, yeah, a little bit mistaken because it was the first one. No, it's the second bridge. Yeah, we're definitely staying on a bit as well. Just keep my eye on the speedometer a little bit more. I mean, I could technically drive like this if I really wanted to, but I'm not the best in terms of like proper route knowledge just yet to do it without the UI. And actually, man, I'm going into so many like LinkedIn things kind of thing. But yeah, it's like a lot of people say they prefer the UI to the original train simulator. I'm not gonna lie, I much prefer this one. It's a lot smaller, a lot less in your face kind of thing. I personally prefer it. But again, all opinions differ. It all depends on what you guys want in your train simulator. I mean, Train Sim World, I'm generally quite happy with. Graphically, it looks amazing. That's something we all can agree on. The only thing we can also agree on as well is that the physics may not always be the best. I know something that the Dovetail Games guys also sometimes also wish they could do better. But really, depends on how like limited I guess their technology is at the time. And as time goes on, once they do increase the like fidelity of their simulgraph kind of stuff and make things a lot better, then yeah, eventually, like, as trains update and whatnot, once they kind of like go to more different like locomotive types, so they've done the like electrics, pantographs, they've done diesel trains, they've done diesel electric kind of stuff. Like, the more trains they do, the better they'll get. I've gone for a little bit of an overshoot here. Hopefully, at least most of the trains in the station. Yep, actually, that's it's fine enough. As long as the passenger cars in the station, it's fine. Museum, any posters here? I don't think I've actually done this station just yet, because I don't remember being here. It's a fire bucket. There is a poster. Oh yeah, I've done the posters here. Fair enough. And there is a train yard on the other side as well. Although at this time, it'll be a little bit too far for me to get to. So we'll head back to our cab now. And have a look around. This mission, by the way, is meant to be 75 minutes in length. Hopefully they shouldn't take that long. Yeah, some of these missions are definitely quite long compared to the original stuff. Back in and sit down. Yeah, I got second in the seat, something I don't think anyone's really sat on before. The horn though. Alright, sit down, lock right. Brakes released. And go. Ooh. Okay, no, I thought I had knocked doors for a second there, but no, I got lucky. And I need to do the other brakes as well. That's what's slow me down. Right, let's go. Yeah, I like the acceleration of this train. Braking's not so great, but oh yeah, compared to the shunter it isn't, but for the most part, this train I'm definitely getting more of a feel to. I like the shunter for what it is, but this train I'm starting to get a little more of a liking to, because it's a lot easier to drive, I guess. A little bit of braking in just so you don't go too fast on this downhill stretch of track. A little more braking actually. Even more braking since it's actually getting steeper and steeper. A little less, 65 should do it. It's now a little less braking in as well, just to slowly adjust that. I don't want to now come to a halt again on downhill stretch of track. Yep, straight into the braking net. Start crossing there. At the end of the day though, I'm not exactly going to kill anyone because there's no one driving on these roads. So we'll just carry on. Braking in just to stop us accelerating too much on the downhill stretch. It's not as steep now. It should be alright. One mile to Watchet. map now. We are, yeah, just in that little northerly heading bit. Before we start on the downhill bit. And more power, and release the brake. Whoops, wrong way. Yeah, I'm still not perfect to this. I've still got the odd little control laps there, but we're going uphill now. Brakes released, and you can put the throttle. Right, 900 yards to watch it. 20 mile per hour speed limit. So we'll put the brakes in again, just slow us down. And of course the, what actually is that noise? Something with the motors. I think it's like just the motors like keep themselves up, like a gear being skipped, but that noise is something I've always wanted to hit. So what does that mean? What is that noise? What actually does it mean? It's something probably so obvious that I should know, but for some reason I've decided not to, for whatever reason. There you go, national stops. Braking now goes on. Whoops, not lights. Let's bring train down now, slow it down. Full service and straight brake, full service as well. And a little faster than I'd have liked. This downhill stretch of track. But there you go, that should be enough to counter it. And good old Watchet. Probably one of my favourite stations in this route, because it's just a bit more like built up compared to the others. It's a little smaller, little different. Oops, don't want any braking just yet. The throttle can come back down again, since we can just roll into our stop here at the end of the platform. SW, sound whistle. And I must remember to do it as well when I do leave the station. Right, both brakes 100%, and unlock the right hand side. Right, looking good. Should do it. In a moment. Actually, have I ever... No, I've never explored this part of the station before, because I always stop facing that side. Well, I've got a few seconds left. Let's look around. The lamp there, just left hand side. It's good to collect those. And, yeah, I can't exit this way, unfortunately. We're till 48. So I actually have a minute to explore the this side of the station, which... So you have the coast over there. You have the seawall or something. A few houses, a few cars parked on the sides. One day I need to come on this line in the real world. Maybe during the diesel gala, just to make it fit in, as opposed to the steam trains, they normally run over here. But yeah, it would be nice to actually go on this kind of line, because after going on the Great Western Main Line in the real world, then later go on to the one in the train sim world afterwards. And for the most part again, it would be nice to try and get some like completion in the real world as well. So a little bit longer to go until we close the doors on the right hand side, put some power back into go. Brakes are released. And it'll just be a sort of add power once we're ready to go in 10 seconds. Plus they may add 30 seconds, as Train Sim World seemed to have done back at the rapid transit for whatever reason. Then decided not to tell us in the overhead, which led to people thinking it was glitched. Lock doors, and off we go. Doniford in 0.8 miles. Alright, so up 10 miles per hour. I don't remember what I was going to say there because I had a quick jump cut. Let's go downstairs for a second. But I can also say that my sorting out the Finland stuff has also now finished. So my phone's down the side. Now I'm focusing 100% on this game. Man, I'm halfway through the video as well. What a great person I am. Especially when talking about 20 seconds ago, how much I care about this. No, I do care. I do care. I just like sometimes contradicting myself in the most awkward of times. So, yeah, we're carrying our journey. Hopefully, in a moment, our speed will increase as well up to full line speed. There we go, 25. Again, it'll be sad to leave the Somerset Railway because it's been surprisingly a very nice route for most people. Alright, so start bringing down the throttle a bit. And there we go. And also mentioned earlier the company I work for, so yeah, Dio. It's an app, basically it's people in the UK find like, think of like Groupon, but as opposed to online orders and stuff, it's more for local businesses on the smaller scale. So yeah, do a search for it if you want on the App Store, even on Google, dealdio.com or Dealdio, spelled D-E-A-L-D-I-O, all one word. And yeah, feel free to have a look at the company I work for, if you guys are that interested. It used to be all Just Eat, now it's Dealdio. So yeah, next stage is covered 500 yards. Should put a little bit of frosting, so we're going uphill. Soon be in Doniford. There we go. There's the nice beaches as we all promised in the route. Down to 15. Doniford, is that not Doniford Halt? Okay, so you're actually looking at the Halts. Doniford Halt. Oh gosh, train is actually that long as well. It doesn't even fit properly in the platform. Oh yeah. Again, being a halt, the station is tiny, so yeah, expect a bit of a tight squeeze when you do it. Ah, gosh. Don't worry, these trains didn't really have emergency brakes, so you can just deactivate them if you really wanted to. Now, since we'll be here for a couple of moments, I'm hoping I can maybe try and find like a pickup or something, just for the sake of it. I'm quite sure I've already discovered everything in the station. There'll be one or two things I've missed, so I'll have a quick look. Right, so roll in. And brakes will do now. Unlock on the left-hand side. You can see the church over in the distance as well. Some of this map really is beautiful. Some of it's not so great. Like the beach itself can be a little bit bland at times. Sorry, Dovetail, but it's true. But there are some really nice bits to this entire DLC. Right, so the building you can't enter. And out here, there was a map. Yes, there was, which we've done. I can't go too far, but there is some exploration room out here. Up until that fence, and then this hedge. I would assume we can't go this way any further. Nope. There are people though walking up to the train. Gotta be quick though, because it'll be departing in a couple of seconds. And this is the last train of the day as well, as the mission said. Got a fire bucket hidden in the corner there. Sneaky this station. And I think that is everything for Doniford Halt. At least everything that I can see visually. What's this? Probably some fire safety information, timetable. Yeah, sorry guys, but if you don't rush, we're closing doors now. Doesn't actually have a whistle on me. There we go. Lock doors. I'd make sure I didn't actually accidentally click on that. It's fine. Parking brake. And yeah. Whoops. Let's go. So brakes are released. And off we go. Of course, I didn't do it right that time. There we go. Now we're going. Miles per hour, so we'll keep it on that. Going uphill though, so apply a little bit of power, just keep the train rolling. Our next station is Willerton in 0.8 miles. There we go, speed's now increased, 25. Which is again the top speed of this track. So the one downside to having a heritage route, and that is the fact that the top speed is so low. It really is. With the German one, top speed will be a lot higher. Then we get a little more freedom into where we're going. Downhill now, so I won't apply any power. Keep the train as it is. Enjoying the very slow moving countryside of the UK. I'm sure in the real world, if it was going this slow, it'd be a lot more fascinating because you get more time in the train when you're the driver. I guess in the real world as well, you got a bit more of the actual like fun bit of actually driving a train. But I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely like it's a very nice model train. Just little details you got up there, got a little fire bell. It's like it is very nice. I would like to see this game have some sort of VR capabilities in the future. It's not something Dovetail Games are looking at the moment, but for the future, it would be interesting to see what they can do. Very fun indeed. Right, 10 miles per hour. Release the brakes. A bit more throttle and just keep the train going. Go on then, try and just push a little further. It's 10 miles per hour, the land is flat, should be able to do this, no problem. There we go, that should do it. So, Willerton, which is like the main depot for these trains. Nice and slowly, ever so surely. Have I been on the bridge yet overhead? I don't think I have. I've got a feeling it might be hiding something in there. A bit faster, I'm not going to lie. Get the emergency brake setting just so I can set it a bit quicker. You see what I mean? The brakes on these trains aren't exactly the best in the world. Right, I'll knock left and brakes. Let's just bring them down a tiny bit. Right, overhead bridge. Let's have a quick look at that and run through it. Fire bucket has already been filled. Right, what have we got up here? Nothing of note, but oh yeah, this is a view I've definitely not seen yet of these trains. I like this. I like this too much. Yeah, I can't unfortunately leave the train station here. I don't think there's anything else hidden in the way anywhere. Alright, loading passengers almost done, so I have to head back into our train momentarily. Look inside the depot. Oh yeah, fire bucket. And the previous DLCs I wasn't having oh, there is a fueling. Could this possibly be next week's mission? I don't actually know, but yeah, there is a fueling. I've got back to our train now. Nothing else I don't think I've missed. So have a quick peek around this corner here. Very nothing. Nope. Yep, right. Back to our train now. We're late. But yeah, there's so many little details in this DLC I do quite like. And in the previous, like, the only real like other DLC I really had fun was collecting the shovels from the rapid transit. That was quite a funny one, I have to say. Nicking the shovels from the buckets, so it meant that when it was like icy, slippery conditions, good luck, station master, you do not have any buckets anymore. So this one, there's a little bit like extra to the hunting for the buckets and the signs and whatnot. I'm almost close to completing it, but there are definitely a few I'm missing out on. Alright, let's get going. Again, once we leave the station, we always release the road trains past the crossing. Well, actually, probably past the points in this case. Speed limit will then increase to. Little sign there. Speed increases to 25. Oh no, that's 15 for the other way. Okay. Carry on a bit slower then for a little longer. What time it actually is in the game now? 17:59 in-game time. We arrive at 6:15, Crowcombe Heathfield, which is, I believe, either the second to last. Yeah, second to last station before our destination. A little bit of journey between two. Actually, maybe one more stop in the middle or somewhere. Oh well, let's carry on. Once we're in the open, we'll be able to reach top speed 25. Then cruise it for a little while to come, both the up and downhill stretches. There we go. Nicely done. So we'll carry on, power a little bit. Then we will adjust throttle depending on the up and downhill stretch of the track. The ideal is try and keep it at 25. Likewise, maybe a few moments late, depending on how long I was at the other station for. Messing around the in the little sheds depot, or for one bucket of sand, basically. No more throttle as well, since it's getting steeper and steeper at this point. Semaphores all will be clear, since we are the only train now on this track. Last route of the day. And then next week's mission as well, again being the last one. I'm trying to think what actually was it, because I don't even think I even caught the name for it. It wasn't like a part 1, 2 or 3 kind of thing, it was a whole separate mission. So yeah, just trying to think of what it was. I believe it's a shunter mission. I could be wrong, but I believe it's a shunter mission. And if it is, then yeah, unfortunately it's the last 147. It's not steep now, and we have gained a little bit more speed, so I'll put power in a little less. How are we doing in the back of the train, passengers? You all enjoying your ride in the West Somerset Railway? I mean, I've actually not even looked too much into passenger cars, so I've actually been spending more of the time driving. In all the other routes, I've always spent a little bit of time looking at passenger cars, looking around, messing about. Not so much these ones. I maybe looked at it on like episode 1, maybe episode 2. Other than that, yeah, very sparsely inside the passenger cars. I think I may have to do that at Chrome when I do arrive. Farm noises there as well. Yeah, it would be nice to get an actual view of inside the passenger cars before we do also end this series. I mean, this is not the best job in the world, as I mentioned previously, the actual connecting bit at the top here. But the rest of it, the actual physics still go on quite nicely. I love the rope physics. I think that's like the best bit of this train. That's just how the ropes and all that kind of stuff, cabling just bounces around depending on the physics. That is very nicely done. Bit more throttle, so it's getting steeper and steeper again. Power again, up and down until we do get to our next stop. 3 miles till Crocombe. Just carry on my way. So, actually, yeah, as well mentioned as well. So, with the new German routes, I don't actually know when that one releases either. I mean, when the West Somerset Railway was released, it was like another 2 weeks until actually, when it was first announced, like 2 weeks until it was released. So I'm expecting like a similar schedule to that one. Bearing in mind again, I will be in Finland in, I'm recording on the 28th, and I'll be uploading on the 28th as well, maybe 29th early morning. But yeah, I take off in just 2 more weeks of working. There. I'm talking now. I depart on the 14th. So 16 days when I'm recording now. So yeah, just over 2 weeks until I fly, and I'll be there for the whole week. Departing on Saturday, arriving back in the UK Sunday after. So I'm getting my money's worth this trip, I have to say. Should be quite cool. Ah, so we are missing a station. Man, I still hate the horn for this train. I still hate it. It is not a good horn for any train. So yeah, speeding through here. Down up. Stogumber. If it actually ever stops this thing, you know what? Free camp. We'll carry on for a bit. Have I ever stopped at this station? I don't think I have. Yeah, I've not even caught this poster here. Sheesh, okay. Yeah, unfortunately I have to physically touch it for it to appear, but yeah, it's a station I have never visited in this entire DLC. spooky. Stogumber, as it's quite obviously called. Yeah, that poster there. I'm sure there's going to be a few buckets as well laying about. Shell over here. Actually, like a garden allotment, that. Wheelbarrow, I like that. Little detail. Oh, it's a very different station as well. It's like, yeah, it's not even filled in. It's like just a little, almost temporary standing there. Man, it's actually quite sad I've not been here yet. Little bridge across. Old London-style phone box. Oh, I love this station so much. I can actually go and touch the car if I wanted to as well. Milk bucket there. Yeah, okay. I need to stop it at the station soon. Stogumber. Let's remember that name. Put it in like my free time later on. So we'll carry on our journey. That leaves like again 2 stops until we arrive. So, yeah, you can see the crossing just up ahead. So, any cars that aren't going to drive across it will now be warned to stop. That cow. Hey, it's a little cow. God, this train's longer than I thought it was. But, yeah, that scene was quite beautiful in itself. And there I go, train's down no more. While I sit here with my new cow friend. Yeah, that train was a lot longer than I thought it was. That was a drawn out scene. Obviously not exactly going full speed anymore. Go. There we go. Carry on a bit more throttle. Whistle for the other side. I know that is a again, it's something I don't actually know what it means, but quite common on the UK railways, and I should therefore probably know what it means. Anyway, it's Crowcombe Heathfield in 1 mile. Signal point 8 in yellow, so next one shall be red. So we'll have maybe slightly slow down a little bit. For the whistle. Start to approach station in a little while. Yeah, 25 miles per hour, fairly stable. Bit of throttling just to get your train up to speed. For those of you who also don't know, or at least didn't watch my live stream on Sunday, finally I completed a route on the CSX Heavy, the US freight train. It's a very long drawn out mission, but finally finished one after so long wanting to actually do one. It was just a standard like normal freight train, go from keep forgetting the place name. It's so obvious. Cumberland Yards. Going from Cumberland Yards all the way to let's go for this fence post there. Cumberland Yards to the end of the route. In this case, if I waited 15 minutes, I could return the way back, which I was never going to do because that's just way too long. Anyone wants to do. I'm sure guys are actually stopping at the station shortly, so I should probably stay in the cab. So yeah, probably be a long time since I do like another route, probably on like a dedicated live stream in itself. It's just that long, and I kind of ran out of things to say to the point I just was silent for like half an hour at a time. And it's not the worst thing in the world. Also did a bit of the original Marks Train Simulator as well, which I think is quite fun. People are quite interested in that as well. So that was one thing to keep an eye out for if you guys are going to watch the live stream. Right, so it's Splinter Station. And start slowing down. So I can see I've already done the poster for the Great Western Railway, so no need to do it again. And yeah, about a minute early, so we've made up some decent time in that stretch of track. I can see a lantern not yet picked up, so I have to go and pick that up in a moment. A little bit more throttling, just to get the train to the end of the platform. There's a post there I haven't touched either. We'll do that one as well. Otherwise, yeah, signal's red. Welcome to Crowcombe. Right. Let's have a look. So, you need to touch. 14 out of 20. Good progress, that. Next area. Again, I also want to go into the actual passenger cab as well before this ends. Maybe I'll go back in like through the train cab. Not cab, sorry, the you know what I'm talking about. Right, milk churns placed. And on this side there was a lamp. So I'll go touch that. Car park as well. Probably something in there I'm missing. So much I need to do. So little time. Nope, can't even go into it. Yes, because in every train station ever, you can see a driver literally run out of his train, chuck a milk churn into a basket, pick up a lantern, put up a few signs, and rush back in, or before the route goes on again. Up here, no we can't. Wait till 16 past. Okay, so we have a little bit of time left. By that, I mean 13 seconds. Right, that's the front. All looks good. Let's go into the passenger cab quickly. Climb up, close the door. So, fairly standard. This is standard class, by the way, not first class. I said like in the first episode. Your alarms, that's been like modded and fitted. Your roof racks, nice old lights as well. Yeah, it's quite a nice little interior. That. Now we're going to be late, but it's kind of worth it. Just kind of look inside this properly for once. Yeah, it's quite a nice little interior. I do like the wooden texture as well. Very nicely done, albeit maybe a little repetitive. Actually, no, I'll take that back. They all do have their own different patterns and textures for each panel. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Proper ventilation as well. Nicely done, Ductile Games. Passenger cars do get bonus points for that. Alright, so let's head back to the front of the train. And let us carry on. And I also need to lock door as well on the right hand side, one eye opened. Brake released. And the Bishop slided, which I believe is the final station in this route, 10 minutes away. Yep, that'll be the finale for this journey. So pick up the throttle and let's go. I also have to add as well, on some of these points you can see where like there's an extra bit of track leading off to elsewhere, but not gonna lie, in some cases it makes sense, in others it really doesn't. I mean, like that one there, in fact, let's actually go look at it. Again, the power 3 cam. Like Whoops, that one there doesn't make any sense, like the extra bit of track just going to the left, well, a former bit went. I mean, unless there's like a siding here once upon a time, it's like the ground has already like covered it to the point where, yeah, there's no real ever track ever going here. And the one also going to this point as well. Whoops, wrong way. Like, it's only a single archway for a single track. This has always been a single track, never a double. You still see trainers there. But, yeah, I just don't get, like, what is this? The purpose of this extra track going to the left? Is there, like, a historical thing I may be missing out on? Because if I am, I'm going to have to look into, like, a diagram or something. But, yeah, it just doesn't seem right to me. And if anyone else, like, can make sense of it, please do let me know. Balancing the throttle a little bit. Sorry, not being throttle, just balancing the brakes a little bit so I don't go too fast in this downhill stretch. Again, in the shunter, this is always the fun bit of the route, so I'm having to force my way uphill in the return journey. Now again, there's more cows, so of course I now need to go look at the cows. They're all static, and they're all still loved anyway. Every single one of them. I mean, you've got they're all not. None of these are male. They're all female cows. Yeah, you've got Charlene. You've got Roberta. You've got Chanel. You've got Susanna. You've got Amelia. You've got Leia. You've got that's good old Charlene, and you've got good old Isa over there as well. Oh yeah, and we've also got the very lonely cow over here. Yulia. Yeah, that's what the cow's names. For all of you who don't know. So, 2.5 miles to Bishop Slided. We'll then set the train, switch it off. Well, actually in case like take it to some siding somewhere as well, since it'll be like the final route of the day. So we'll carry on. Yeah, 18:30, about 6:30. Sounds about right for when the last heritage route does finish on the West Somerset Railway. Bit too fast now. Speed back a bit as this does get a little steeper, but we'll shallow out before the station as well. Okay, gradually slowing down so passengers in the rear won't be able to fuel too much of that. Just keep things constant as we drive. There we go, so balancing the brakes about there. Hopefully it's enough to not sure if they're speeding up too much. 46 seems to be the optimal point for this bit. So we'll cruise on at the speed. Not too much longer to go now, 1 mile. And also, again, in my free time I actually had a little look at this area over here. So you've got the mainline tracks, which are still in use on this side. Connection of course to it, but basically there's an invisible wall on this blue bit here. On that signal there as well, so you can't actually go into that area. And this is not a station, it's just nothing. And of course there's a little bit of track here which also goes into nothing as well. Not the cleanest bit of route, but it's a little tiny bit of scenery in the form of like 1 or 2 bushes in the middle of nowhere. But there's a little bit there as well. Maybe we'll also go for a bit of free camp to it as well. We'll see how things go. But that I'll probably do next week. It's getting very late in this episode now. Well, we're over an hour into it. 1 hour, 11 minutes and 10 seconds now. So yeah, this episode's definitely dragging out a bit. Hopefully next time though, we'll have a little more time to see what's around. Whistle. Go. Track's now going to start straightening out for the station. So in a moment we'll start to set the brakes on as we come to arrive at the station. Right, which was no power. A little bit of braking, just slow train down into the, whoops, yeah, 10 miles per hour, so we do need to slow down quite a lot now. And very shortly, we'll arrive in the station. Brakes released. Bit of throttle in just to carry us forward. Passengers waiting at the platform, although I'm sure there'll be like 1 or 2 people boarding the trains by the fact this is the final route of the day, so yeah, that'll be one thing we need to keep an eye out for. Otherwise, yeah, throttle now comes off, and braking both now set. There's even the shunter as well waiting for us, and of course a little bucket. I do need to go touch that. A little short, but I won't complain. Unlock left. Touch the bucket. Oh, that already touched. Fair enough. And then there's a little shunter. I wonder. Not step and port. There we go. Switch on. Fast forward. Brakes. Nah, I can't mess around with this train unfortunately, set it off on its own way. So one brake and the other brake up here somewhere. Sit down. Whoops. Oh no, don't take control of it. emergency brakes closed. Yeah, fair enough. Then there's no way to control that train, unfortunately. So back to our own 47. And lock the doors on the left at 28 past. So 8 seconds waiting. Because this game has to be trivial about the specific waiting times for the parts. Cool, lock left. And, oh, is that it? Fair enough. All stations, for once, on time. No massive late delays. There you go, mission land cruise. Mine head to Bishop's Slide did. A few extra, no real level ups, just a few points in here and there. There we go, 1 hour, 15 minutes and 1 second. Basically exactly the time the UI told me. With 10,111 points scored. So, yeah. Next week seems to be the last mission. We look at West Somerset Railway. So, tune in for that on Monday. And we'll give this route a bit of a send-off. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, do subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.